Michigan spring has been pretty wild so far. It's the middle of May, and I am in sweatpants and a sweatshirt, and I could probably use another layer. So tonight, I'm drinking like it's warm with something from Griffin Brewing Company. This is something they call Sour McSour face. Let's check it out. Welcome everyone to another half-assed beer review. My name is Josh, and this is the beer review show. We try new beers and we see if they are hitting the mark, if they're good, and if they're doing what they say they're going to do. That's all I want is good beer. And if you say you got a strawberry rhubarb pie stout, I want it to be a strawberry rhubarb pie stout. But this, like I said, is a can of Sour McSour face from Griffin Brewing Company. This is a Kettle Sour, 5.2% ABV. Their can art has gotten so much better. It's like each can gets traditional tattoo art. That's what each can kind of reminds me of. There is a beer tail on the back. Sour McSour face, slightly tart. This Kettle Sour Ale was brewed with blackberry, raspberry, and Michigan tart cherry. Super rad flavor combo with fruit forward flavor, tartness, and a juicy sweet finish. I love Griffin Brewing Company. I love going there. I've been there a handful of times. I love their beer. Their food's amazing. They got really good chicken wings, and I am the chicken wing guy. So the can art's cool. Their beer's usually really good. Norm's Raggedy Ass IPA was one of the first IPAs I ever really fell in love with. So let's crack this open. Let's pour it, look at it, smell it, taste it, see what it's got going on. Giving it the hard pour treatment as always. And I'm spilling some beer. Look at that foam. Look at the head on it, the cascading of the bubbles rising to the top as you see more liquid appear in the glass. It's one of my favorite parts about beer, besides drinking it, besides smelling it, besides the cool can art. I would say that watching the cascading bubbles, seeing this delicious, beautiful looking beer, it's got almost a rosé kind of look to it. The foam on it has a slight pink hue to it. Oh, and it's got that Kettle Sour vibes on the aroma. Whenever you open a Kettle Sour, whenever you're drinking Kettle Sour, this is exactly what it smells like. It's not bad. It's a lighter ABV, which is nice. They're not thick normally unless they're fruited, which, I just wanted something light, refreshing, and crisp. And I think that's what I'm going to get out of this, even with the description. What do we got? Blackberries. We've got raspberries and Michigan tart cherry. Let me tell you something about Michigan cherries. They're delicious. Traverse City Cherry Fest. Then we have a cherry wheat, Traverse City cherry wheat from North Peak Brewing Company. I can remember their IPA Diabolical because the ABV in it is 6.66% ABV, but I couldn't remember the name of North Peak. But yeah, our cherries are phenomenal, and fruit in general is just really good. Our breweries are phenomenal. Our fresh water is phenomenal. If you want to spend some time in Michigan, it's definitely worth it. We got a lot of cool stuff going on. But yeah, let's stick my nose in this one more time. Definitely getting those nice cherry vibes out of it. The blackberry and raspberry, that might be coming across as just kind of a little bit of tartness as well. But that cherry is what I'm really getting out of this. I'm excited about this one. Let's try this beer. I can't believe I spilled some of it. If it's really good, I'm going to be mad that I spilled any of it. But as always, on Half-Assed Beer Review, we do little drink, big drink. Cheers, everybody. Ooh. They nailed the sweet finish. I'll give them that. There's a bit of tart cherry in there, tart blackberry, like it's that little bit of zip to it. Maybe the raspberry. The raspberry is usually just a little bit sweeter, I think. That some people say it's not as sweet as the blackberry, but I think you're wrong. Yeah, the main flavors that I'm getting out of this are the cherry and like the blackberry, especially like the tartness I get out of blackberries. I'm really getting that in here. It's light, it's easy drinking, got a very nice mouthfeel on it. It's got a very light beer mouthfeel to it. Uh, the whole experience is really great from aroma to taste. Even after, you're kind of left with like this blackberry, cherry, raspberry conglomerate flavor on your tongue, which is very nice. 5.2% ABV. You don't have anything to worry about alcohol-wise while you're drinking it. You can drink it fast, and you can drink a lot of it. This is 4-pack worthy. Mm. What do I like about this beer? I like the lightness. I like the refreshing aspect of it. Really crisp. The sweetness is very nice. What do I think they could do better? I think some of the fruit could stand out just a little bit more. It's very laid back on the fruit. Like the blackberry and the cherry is there. I just think they could be a little more accented along with like more raspberry. Maybe just a touch more sour on this one. For a beer that's called Sour McSour Face, I fully expect it to make me have a sour face, and this one doesn't do that. I guess when you look at it like that. But other than that, this beer is pretty solid. If I still rate a beer on the show, 1 out of 5. This one's getting 3.75. This thing is good. It is good. I like it. I love it. I want some more of it. Tim McGraw, I just can't seem to get away from you. But that is going to do it for this episode of Half-Assed Beer Review. Thank you all for stopping by and checking out a can of sour McSour Face Kettle Sour from Griffin Brewing Company, Birmingham, Michigan. I liked it. I was going to do the Tim McGraw bit again, but I got to stop myself. It's hard. It's so hard when you grew up in the 90s when you say, I like it. You have to follow it up with, I love it. I want some more of it. And then usually you try so hard you can't rise above it. I don't know what it is about that little gal's lovin', but I like it. I love it. I want some more of it. Drink anything you can find from Griffin Brewing Company. All of it's good, great. I just recently tried their red again, their El Rojo, and I'm not a huge fan of red ales. But man, I drank that and that thing was solid. It was a real solid beer. I really liked the flavor it was bringing, the maltiness of it. Everything that was going on was really good. Their beer is just top notch. Before you go, please check out my friends Banter and Babble every Wednesday nights for the best pop culture wrap up, 9 o'clock on Twitch, twitch.tv/Banter and Babble, as well as my friend Dras and the Dungeon Master every Monday night, 7 o'clock on Twitch for the best Dungeons and Dragons around. I'll have the links down there in the info. And as always, please keep your fridges full and have a great night.